the Executive Director of Lynx Hall, and welcome to Bridge Dance Festival 2021. For the last year, Lynx Hall has been open to artists for rehearsals, commissions, residencies, live streaming, and film projects. And just this last September, we reopened our doors to the public for live performances, special events, and workshops. Even so, we are thrilled that we can connect with our audiences virtually across Chicago, the United States, and the world. I want to express my gratitude to Asian Improv Arts Midwest, Tatsueoki, and Rika Lin, who have joined us on this journey. For the last several years, Asian Improv Arts Midwest has been co-producing the Bridge Dance Festival with Lynx Hall under the curation of Rika Lin. Tonight we have a wonderful group of artists and dance makers who are exploring their connection to their Japanese, Japanese American, and Asian American heritage. This year, they're joining from more cities than ever before. For those of you who are here in Chicago, I do encourage you to take a look at our website and our social media. We have a lot of wonderful programs coming up right here in our studio across December, including more from our fabulous puppet and dance and late night burlesque cabarets, works in progress from our commission resident artists, and the 31st annual Winter Solstice Sunrise Concerts. Without further ado, I welcome you again to Bridge Dance Festival 2021.
Hello? Okay, the joys of technology. Good evening, everyone. I feel like if this was a live performance, it would just be that the mic wasn't working, and I have all these people looking at me, but I almost feel like it's more nerve-wracking because they're empty chairs, but I feel like you're watching. So thank you for bearing with us. My name is Rika. I'm coming to you live from Lynx Hall. And thank you, Stephanie, for that introduction. Let me get some formalities out of the way first. Just very, very grateful that Lynx Hall was able to collaborate with us at Asian Improv Arts Midwest to bring this new form. I want to say it's a new form of presenting. I try not to think of it as a replacement to live performance. It's actually something different. I think we're coming into this time in technology where this is going to be another form of presentation. So thank you for joining us tonight. We have 4 outstanding artists. I'm going to try and keep all of the introductions simple and let the work speak for themselves. But as if you were in here at Lynx, if you're at home, if you can go somewhere quiet, find a quiet room, maybe make the lights a little dim, and if you have a big screen, put it on the big screen so that you can really enjoy these pieces. the first piece that we're going to present is from Marina Fukushima, and I had the good fortune to be able to catch one of her pieces last year in the pandemic, during the pandemic, called Dry Eyes. And does intergenerational pieces, and I think I'll just let her introduce the piece. Please try to refrain from doing anything in the chat while the piece is going on, and save your comments and support for afterwards. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. こんにちは、日本の皆様方。I am happy to be part of Bridge Dance Festival. It is exciting to be able to connect with other artists and be able to share the work not only in San Francisco, but extend to the audiences in Chicago, Japan, and different parts of the world. And I'd like to share a little bit of my experience and impact on my dance works and my personal life during the COVID pandemic. Beginning of pandemic in March 2020, there was a dance performance was scheduled, but it was cancelled, and since then I haven't done live dance performances. For my dance works, collaborative element is very important. I collaborate with other collaborators and work directly with people in the communities. And this limitation was difficult, but that limitation also opened up another way to create and share the dance works with a video and online communication. For my personal life, during the pandemic, there was unexpected health issues with both of my parents, and the pandemic created extra difficulties how to care for them with all the restrictions and precaution. It reminds me of how health issues of our body, society, and environment exist always within our life. And this awareness is something that I would like to not forget after the pandemic. The videos that I would like to share next is very quiet and very low lights. So if possible, please make your surroundings quiet and turn off lights to watch the video. Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Marina, for sharing your piece. I think if you look at the Bridge Dance uh, logo for this year, it has very much to do with the theme. It's a reflection versus last year, which was a reaction. And I think you will notice as we go on, it's very evident how everyone has had to pause and reflect on the whole situation. I think it's something that as creators, everyone struggled with, and as well as everyone has to deal with this and this new normal that we're going into. The next piece is by Yuko Takahashi Dance Company. I had the pleasure of meeting her a few times in Japan while training. She actually began her dance path in Japanese classical dance, so it was very interesting to see this piece because I had never seen anything on her contemporary side. It just shows how what binds everyone, especially when it comes to performance, is when suddenly things don't go to plan. So let me introduce you to Yuko Takahashi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yuko Takahashi. At first, my English is not good, so please bear with my English. I will introduce myself. I'm modern ballet teacher and choreographer. I'm living in Sendai, Japan. Sendai is a disaster area because we got big earthquake and big tsunami 10 years ago. But the reconstruction is not finished here yet. Actually, I was planning have dance performance in July this year. But unfortunately, this performance was suddenly cancelled because a corona positive person was found 30 minutes before the start of the performance. At the time, I was very shocked. But this time, I can participate this dance festival. I'm now so excited. Thank you so much.
you. Thank you, Yuko Takahashi Dance Company. As with all of our festival participants, I look forward to the day when we can actually have you here at Lynx Hall. We are not going to have an intermission just for the sake of moving everything along, and plus, then you have a reason to come back tomorrow, as well as we'll make sure that the program will be accessible online for a short while after the festival. But if possible, please join us tomorrow as well. The other thing too is the artists, I believe Ashwaty, Ray, and Marina are in the chat. So if you write in your supports and your questions, they will be able to see it and quickly answer in between the performances. So Rei-san, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing the piece. For our final home team taking us home for the program is Pranita, Nayar, and Ashwaty, Chennat. I found so many parallels to their journey, and also trying to forward a narrative that includes traditional classical dance and then having a contemporary context brought into it. So it was just so enlightening to be able to see and hear from them as well. Pranita and Ashwaty?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having us as a part of the Bridge Arts Festival, and to Rika Lin and all the other artists who are a part of this wonderful programming. It's an honor to be invited into this growing Asian American tradition in Chicago, and very, very happy to have the wonderful Pranita Nayar create work for this and to be a part of it. So I'm going to let Pranita introduce herself.
Thank you, Ashwaty, for doing this chat with me to bring forward what we created, you and I, during the Bridge Festival. The topic that was given to us was reflection, and it was very apt, especially during the pandemic. How do we reflect? Or what did we reflect upon? It gave me a lot of empty time. So as a creative artist, I was happy for that empty time to think back and how do I take it forward? And I thought that as a classical Bharatanatyam dancer, I had the gift of this tradition of hundreds and hundreds of years of Bharatanatyam that has existed and continues to move forward simply because it has this inherent quality of improvisation within it. And same in pandemic, I felt I had to improvise upon my life to move forward. So improvisation. I decided to reflect upon a piece that was taught to me by my teacher. That is Sakhi Mohe Mohan Lal Milade, which literally translates to the dreamy young damsel Radha requesting her friend Sakhi, please bring my beloved Krishna, Mohan, to me, because without him, I don't have a life without Krishna. That's what the words translate to. And she talks about in it that I pine for Krishna like the moth pines for the flame. And I know and I'll get my wings singed by the flame, burnt by the flame, but just the attraction is so divine that I want to be by him. Again, I was so happy to share this piece with you. In the pandemic, we had to work differently online, sharing online, wanted to be in person, but because of our facial expressions and hand gestures, we couldn't meet each other masked and say, okay, now show me a facial expression with your face mask. So to make light of the situation of reflection during pandemic, technology really helped in passing all those feelings without an unmasked face. So I was so happy for it. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I think what was exciting for us creating this is that we're now almost 2 years into the pandemic, which has proven so challenging for any sort of congregational activity, which is dance usually. However, Bharatanatyam is often performed as a solo. So this translates well to the work that we were doing. And I think after 2 years of having a camera on us, which was very strange for both Pranita and I to perform with no one in front of us and just hopefully a trusted camera operator, I think we're tapping more into our ability to improvise and create in the moment as we would on stage or in the studio. So I think you get to see both of us kind of letting go after what has been a challenging couple of years. So I hope that translates to all of you.
Yeah, and how did you feel about taking this transition of a tradition Bharatanatyam piece, which is meant to be done in a small, intimate space? I know you did your work in a large outdoor space, and I was quite intrigued by the fact how you opened your limbs out, your background in ballet training, allowing you to make larger spatial movements and still getting the narrative through. I thought that was very intriguing. How were you able to balance both between your traditional Bharatanatyam training and your ballet background?
So my work with you, Pranita, has been opening up Bharatanatyam. And as you see in Pranita's work in this piece, everything is from a seated position. Expressions are contained to the face and to the hands, and they have very specific details and gestures. And so our work together has been imagining this as being expansive, as being throughout the whole body, as taking up space and using larger movements to create those same detailed, ornate emotions. And yes, ballet training has allowed me to be a little bit more freer than maybe a trained Bharatanatyam dancer has. But at this point, I feel like we're just, it's natural. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. Such a delight working with you, and look forward to doing more work with you.
Thank you, Pranita and B. And thank you again to Rika and Bridge Dance Festival. We're excited to be a part of this programming. It's really lovely to see all of the creations that have been made for digital dance. And we hope that you all continue to follow us as we experiment.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.